Good morning, everyone. I wanted to also show you another method that I use for working with designs and sketches, not only with a regular pad, paper, and color pencils, but also I use a program called Autodesk Sketchbook Express, and it's really useful in generating some higher quality designs for clients and showing them the different options and colors and things that can be implemented in a custom dress or tutu or any kind of design. This one in particular, and just to kind of give you an idea, I always have a pre sketch template that I use, and always then I modify like the hair color or add different color bodices and skirts and things like that. So I always kind of start with this girl and I just begin by choosing the colors that I'd like to use. This particular one that I'm going to do is going to be she's going to have it's a lace overlay. It's a new thing I'm trying here. It's a lace overlay on top of the tulle to give it that contrasting color. So this one here, I'm thinking I'm going to do the black bodice as well. So pick up a different color pen here. And you can always adjust the thickness and things like that. So just to kind of draw on the bodice here, I need to go thicker. Okay, typically just about there. Just gonna do a quick one here for you guys, just to kind of get an idea. And it's funny too because on the I feel like I have more control with a pencil, but this allows you to do a lot more, and if you mess up you just undo whereas if you have to erase a whole section, if you're doing it by hand. So this I just kind of highlight there to show the bodice. Okay. And the skirting I'm gonna do in a peach. So I have a peach there. Let's try a peach. Yeah, there's a peach color. So I kind of just pick a good peach color, and I use what's an airbrush tool to kind of give it that that tool look. And put on the skirting. This needs to be a thicker. Whoa, too thick. Well, let me back up here. What I should have done is a little bit quicker to get me. Let's get rid of these legs. It will allow me to just put the skirting on. And it typically goes to about, length is always customizable, depending on, the mother's discretion. If she wants a longer or a little bit shorter, that can always be taken into account. But for this purpose, I'm just going to do it to the mid shin area. And so let me go back to the airbrush tool and back to my peach. That's good. Okay, and we want a little wider. Let's see what that looks like here. A little thinner. That basically just gives it a, that soft look like the tool has. always like to add a little bit of dimension to it, just a little bit to kind of, you know, give it that not so solid color. That way it has some kind of a dimension to it. Let me undo that. Since this will be strictly peach, not a blended style. I like to kind of give it a little bit of contrast. Even though it is a solid color, just, you know, because of how the light hits it, the colors will be a little contrasted. And for this particular one, I was going to do, like I mentioned, the lace overlay. That's my phone, I apologize. And so, you know, basically kind of do a design on top. This would be like a scalloped bottom on the lace, and I kind of just draw like a little, you know, like a sketch to kind of give it that lace look. Like I said, this is just like a general idea that I would, you know, present to a client to give them options. Sometimes I would do it in different colors, like other than the peach, I would do, you know, like a pink or a purple to kind of give them options, like if they're kind of on the fence as far as what color scheme to go with. But just drawing some random lines here to kind of give that idea of the lace. Go a little thicker here for the border. And then on the waistband, it's going to be black here as well. I always go back and just highlight it since it is on the black background. It kind of doesn't really stand out too well. Just to kind of give it an accent to show that that is, you know, indeed a black piece there. And on the straps, it's also going to be that lace as well. Let me just get this here. Actually, let me do it a little different here. Just to kind of give that look of the lace. And then for the bodice, I was going to do some peach flowers to coordinate there. With maybe some pearl centers. Let me grab the peach over here and take my thickness down. Thicker than that there. And it would just be some flowers there. And the amount of flowers is always, you know, optional if you want to do a little bit or if you want to do, you know, quite a bit of flowers. That's always something that can be, you know, talked about. And that's basically what I'm looking at here. Maybe a few flowers kind of trickling down. I kind of like that look there. So, and that's pretty much, you know, try to do there. It's going to be, once again, it's a lace overlay on of the tooling. So just wanted to kind of get, how I come up with my design, how I present them to clients and such. So I'm going to get on to that one as well. I'm working on a couple of projects, so whenever I do complete them, I always, try to post some pictures up to kind of give you an idea of what they look like at the end. So you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll be in touch soon.